Life becomes a lot more enjoyable when you realize that thinking about life isn't doing nothing but stopping you from living. We all have been programmed to think that thinking about life is the only way to keep it together, when in fact it's the main reason it appears to fall apart. We can constantly overthink situations that happened and also overthink situations that haven't happened. The ego has this desire to feel safe at all times, so it will constantly create fake scenarios and then try to find a solution for them. It's one of the most draining and stressful conditions of the ego. We have to stop trying to control something we have no control over. We have to realize that the ego constantly wants you to be in your comfort zone. It doesn't like when the body is uncomfortable. The moment you experience unpleasant sensations, the ego goes crazy. It may start panicking, creating fake scenarios, and bringing up old things from the past. It can get very disruptive, and when your attention so pulled and fixated on these thoughts, suffering appears to happen. It's annoying, and in the moment, it feels like it will never end. The key to diminishing these cycles of suffering and diminishing the illusion of control is to calm the ego down. It's to surrender to yourself and to life. This surrender does take a lot of self-trust and faith. This is where faith comes in, and religion puts their faith in God. Well, what you truly are is this God, so have faith in yourself. Life always takes care of life. It's constantly trying to heal and get back into alignment with itself. That's why you're constantly uncomfortable or stuck in fight or flight mode. It's because you won't allow life to flow. You're not allowing things to happen naturally. For example, let's say you're in a situation right now or you are constantly getting mixed signals. One day, this person is one way, and another day, this person is another way, completely confusing you. Now you are constantly directing your attention to the thoughts that rise, trying to figure out this person. You're stuck in a cycle of maybe yes or maybe not. You will stress yourself out if you constantly think about this situation. The ego wants clarity and wants to know if it's safe or not, which in a way isn't a bad thing. But constantly ruminating about it is having this belief that if you can figure it out first, everything will be okay. But why not let go of the outcome and save yourself from the unnecessary stress and anxiety? Why not say, life, I'm giving this situation to you to take care of. I won't interfere. Whatever's meant to be will be. This is the natural flow of life. It will take care of itself. Surrendering to love and just allowing things to be will have you naturally flowing with life. Another tricky thing the ego does that keeps us believing that you need to control life is the belief that you can solve a situation through thinking about it. The thoughts about a situation are simply just thoughts about it. They're not the situation itself. If you suffer from anxiety, this is very transformational if you can realize this. You cannot solve anything if it's not happening right now. Yes, you can be prepared, but honestly, the situations that you prepare for never go the way the ego intended them to go. The mind will create this story and thousands of scenarios, and then give you a script to follow, which is very unnatural. Then, when the situation presents itself, the script goes out the window. It's like going on a first date. If you're planning what you will say, or if you have expectations of how your partner will react or communicate, it will be very unnatural because you're following a script. And even if you follow the script, what happens after the script is over? What happens after you said everything you planned to say? You usually have no idea. Connections are not really a mental thing. They're more of an energy and emotional connection. When you're present with someone and they are present with you, things flow. Life flows. Conversation topics just arrive from this place of presence. You're not thinking about what to say next, and if you are, that is coming from a place of wanting control, because now you also have an expectation of how this person should respond. The point is, you need to realize that everything will be more than okay if you just let go of control. Stop trying to control people so that they fit into what you see them to be. Allow them to be themselves and see them for who they are. Stop trying to figure out if these relationships are meant to be, and just allow life to take care of it. It will show you. Stop trying to control situations to play out how you want them to. Life is boring when you know what's next. It's a lot more enjoyable and full of life when you're just going with the flow. And if you're wondering, well, how do I do this? Release effort. Release wanting to know the outcome to everything. Don't seek validation from others, and don't expect anything from anyone. If your attention is constantly focused on thoughts, start building trust with the body, not with the mind. Bring your attention back into the body and constantly talk to the body. Affirm that it's safe and affirm that it's okay to be here in this moment. Say that you trust it and fully surrender to it. Don't judge, just say it to say it. You have to be genuine, regardless of whether the body is correctly in an uncomfortable state. Know that whatever its feelings are, okay. Don't reject these feelings. Don't try to force it to feel a certain way. If you truly trust it, allow it to be. Allow it to relax and release those energies on its own. If you really want results fast, don't go on social media or watch TV for a couple of days. This will force you to sit with yourself. This will force you to find trust within yourself, and you will also realize that you had the answers to all of your questions this whole time. You will have multiple energy shifts when you choose to go a couple of days without TV or a phone. So I challenge you all to do the same. You'll see results after the first day, I promise. The moment you stop trying to control life, you will finally realize it. Not to sound cliche, but friends, it's this easy, just go with the flow. I love you all.